Hello, I'm BX Toycat, and this is Seed Sunday, a weekly series I run on my channel where I show you seeds that you're probably going to want to check out for Minecraft console for some reason or another. And this week's seed is one you're going to check out because literally just below the spawn, that's right, if you dig directly down from spawn, or even if you just follow a cave, no block breaking required, you can get yourself directly to diamonds and directly to the Stronghold. But that's just the start of why this seed is awesome, because it also has a tiger village near spawn. It also has a floating underwater fossil, something you very rarely find, in normal circumstances, let alone underwater. And I figure you're all going to want to check this out for some reason or another. So hopefully you do all enjoy this week's seed, like you do, because it helps out the channel and lets know you do like the Seed Sunday stuff. But with that said, let's get straight into it, and let's start with the seed itself, which came in from DJ Matrix on Twitter. So he sent in this seed. It was DJ900, big thank to him. And if you do type in DJ space 900, again, most seeds with spaces didn't used to work, but they've been fixed at some point recently, so that when you do that, you'll always get this sort of world if you do it for a classic size world at least. And if you do also type in that seed, you'll spawn next to this swamp tree, or somewhere near this swamp tree, and this is going to be our rough indicator of where you'll find the stronghold below. Because when I say you dig down below spawn to find a stronghold, I literally mean you dig down below spawn to find a stronghold. So again, that was my spawn location, and then we go like, let's call it 5 blocks this way. You could probably do even less, but just be certain, we'll go 5 blocks this way and just dig directly down, and we're going to find ourselves eventually at least inside the stronghold. Oh, just like that, as you can see, we're in the stronghold despite digging directly down, and that's it. And you might think, oh my god, that's crazy. Did you just dig straight into the stronghold from the spawn? There's meant to be a decent amount of separation, but the crazy bit to me is the fact that if you just walk forward, you'll find yourself in this little cave. This cave is pretty good, regardless of what you want to do, because you can find your coal, your iron eventually in here, but as you can see right there, but as well as being able to just find the key resources you need to start your game, and apparently a rabbit too, because everybody loves rabbits. What you can also find in this, place is a little bit of a gap going down here, and this gap will lead you into a ravine, and this ravine will lead you straight into the stronghold. So again, into the stronghold, 0 blocks broken required, and less than a minute. But also this stronghold contains not only diamonds, which I mentioned at the start, it also contains gold, another rare resource, and also emeralds. Emeralds, diamonds, more emeralds apparently, emeralds, diamonds, gold. It's so much craziness all in one place, and that's just the kind of start of this amazing Seed Sunday. So yeah, with that said, as you can see, you look around the stronghold, it's very broken in most places, because this is a giant cave system. It's not really meant for you to be looking around stuff, but you can also find loot around this place, which also lapis, the other rare resource, so you can find all the rare stuff you need to. You can find this really bizarre stronghold to explore, and that's within just the minute of spawning. So assuming that you're interested in that, but you also want to check out the rest of the seed, then good news, the rest of the seed is pretty great, because once you've taken your coal, you've taken your iron, and your wood from that tree over there, you can go in a few different directions. So the first obvious thing that everyone can see is the mesa biome over here. This is, these are always nice things to find, even if they are relatively low on Minecraft console, but then you're also going to be able to, have 2 other directions, which are pretty interesting in and of themselves. The first one is just going directly south behind spawn, probably going around this mountain, and ending up at this spruce village over here. So this is a relatively small spruce village, but it does rather nicely have, a bunch of, different crops as far as carrots goes, so all the carrots you could want in the world. As well as that, obviously we've got the church, so that means better trading villages are going to be found in there, as well as librarians, because we've got some libraries. So yeah, it's a small village, but it's a pretty nicely found one too, and I think it's a great place to find one, just over here, literally just behind the spawn, which again, rather nice little find right there. So as well as that though, you might want to head to the north, because there is a second village found there. Although neither of these villages do have blacksmiths, they both have the other rare structure that's like a 50-50, and that is the church, of course. So this second village, again, even though it's a relatively small one, I don't know why both villages were so small, it's a relatively small one, it's also a pretty interesting one, because the pathway generated up here, blocking off the entrance to the, blocking off the entrance to the actual church and the other buildings, which is a little bit bizarre, because it means you can go under here, and villagers will probably get lost in the caves. And in fact, if we look around, I can't see any villagers, so yep, I guess they got lost in caves or something. But yeah, as you can see, that's that's the second village. It's a nice place to check out. We got one over there. That's good enough for me. And he's a blacksmith, okay, or armorer. So yeah, as you can see, this is the second village. It's kind of nice, but obviously it falls short of certain seeds. But it's still nice that you do have one relatively close by. And then also, if you keep looking around the map, you can find a bunch of other weird, cool biomes. So there's the extreme hills being cut off by a river here, which gives you this really interesting shape you won't normally find. You're gonna find stuff like to the north of the seed. There's this a second mesa biome. It's a relatively small mesa biome, but it means if you want to look for gold specifically, let's say you're doing a UHC, and this seed is a great one for that. If you're doing a UHC or a speed run or something like that, you need gold for a golden apple, and you're certain you need to do that, then this is a great place to go for it, because first of all, look at this place. For some reason this happens a lot near the world border, where it creates a weird chunk area and then keeps on going. But then also, as well as being able to find stuff like this, if we dig down into one of these caves, I've actually gone where it's just over here, sorry. So find these coordinates, there's a second ravine, and because this ravine is in a mesa biome, you're going to find gold, 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 you're going to... I think you get where I'm going with this one. You find so much gold because it's a mesa biome, and because it's a ravine in a mesa biome, which usually you can't properly find, but because it goes under it, it's kind of easy. It means you can find so much gold, and that's a cool little thing found at the very top of the seed over here. So yeah, as well as that, we've also got going around the corners, a few more interesting biomes, such as a relatively nicely sized plains over here. So if you want to just settle down, have a normal house for some reason on the seed, that's something you can do. But the thing that I think is most interesting about this seed, and one of the most interesting things I've seen in any seed in a while, is the fact that we go to the very, very far south, west of the southwest of the seed. I get west and east confused. I'm sorry, but if we go to the very far bottom left corner of the seed, you'll find something that you're very, very unlikely to find, even in normal circumstances. And this is a crazy example of it, because basically there's a glitch on this world, which you'll see somewhat often on Minecraft console now, where there's like swamp at the very, very edge. So this means that you can just find lily pads most of the time, but one of the things that will also try to generate, one in every 1,000 circumstances, literally, is every now and then you'll be able to find yourself a fossil, and this seed is no exception, because we grab ourselves a water-breathing potion. So let's do that right now, wherever the water breathing is actually at. There we go. So we drink a water breathing potion, so we can actually see through here. As you're going to see, just over here, there is actually a fossil. That's right, a real life, just floating fossil inside the water. And this thing is absolutely crazy. Again, when I saw it, I was like, I'm not certain that's real, but it is real. It is found here, and it's pretty cool because it's like a rib cage. It looks more like it's, the fossil of like a mammal than like a dinosaur, like all the other ones are meant to be. But still, it's pretty cool that just randomly in the very corner of the world and ocean, that normal thing to check out, you find that here. And I love it because it's kind of inspiring. It's like, yeah, you can check out your ocean and you might just find something as amazing as this. I mean, probably not, but you might do. And isn't that amazing in itself? So yeah, that is this week's Seed Sunday. It's got a lot of... Okay, look this over here, by the way, too. Like a ravine sort of thing, or a cave that, kind of cuts off this entire island. You could hollow out this entire island if you wanted to. Fun ideas, but yeah, this week's seed, it's got a lot of cool stuff that I recommend you checking out for. I think it's great for doing, any form of weird rushing to the, end stuff, because you've got the Stronghold literally just below the spawn. I think it's great if you want to see weirdities with the fossil, and I think it's also a pretty interesting seed as far as the biome variations go. You don't have, the free stuff in the form for blacksmith, but what you do have is free stuff in the form of ores, and I think that gives you a really significant head start. Anyway, I hope you did all enjoy this week's Seed Sunday. Like if you like it, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like it. Obviously, that's why it's called a like rating. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if subscribed, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.